Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun, his allied commander, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26b, no modification, no mods, all stock, all standard. And we arrive at the 16th April 42. I take here one other important resource city in the northeast of Australia. So more resources I can ship back to Japan. That should be really not more issue for me in the future. I bring here new troops to Rockhampton and there's an enemy submarine waiting but not attacking. Or my escort is more or less scaring this submarine maybe away. Would be an opportunity. Shallow water is always, at least for Japan, to strike back. Deep water you can normally forget. So my local minesweeper also gets attacked and can avoid, at least today. And again, so these are Dutch submarines. I also send the Navy Guard units to help with conquest of the northeast end of Australia. A little far away for walking. So ship a Navy Guard unit there and pick it up by amphibious assault is maybe faster. But this is, I don't know how many days my submarines find nothing more. And the allies can spot my carriers, okay. But these are the carriers in the Indian Ocean. Good, sweeping to make sure there's no enemy cap. This is normally out of range, so I don't must fly here cap missions or sweep missions. Here's a similar situation. There's normally no airport level 2, so but I was not sure if there's maybe a possibility to get long range cap out of a level 1 airfield. You could normally run cap missions with range. It's not very effective, but it's possible. So, ground attacks in China, airfield attacks in Mandarin. Some small hits, but not really successful. But I increased the altitude to 20,000, simply to not lose more aircraft. Because the damage against the enemy installation is not so important. I don't think that the Dutch can rebuild the fort over level 2. Nothing else. And more tanks getting destroyed, or vehicles. Mostly tanks, but it can be also armored cars or anything else. Light horse brigade. Yeah. So light tanks and scout cars or something like this. The last of the Dutch dot bases. Then there's one more British dot base, and it's finally over. All the Dutch Indies. There's some stuff left on Sumatra, but I will take care of this. Bombardments. So, not really important, only burning supplies. Similar. And the last preparations for the attack on Bendoing. Oh, slowly I can take some stuff out. And here's one aviation support equipment stuff, I don't know exactly. But I catch one. So yesterday was 2 units. One was able to escape, the second one is not destroyed. And this Dutch unit also. There was really only 2 support units in that. So completely empty. Townsville, also no one here. I take the city. Fine. And I try to make a shock attack. And I destroy or disable equipment, but they're still holding on. This are now the Australians attacking me against the Navy Guard unit. Oh shit, a little too fast. But at the end, I can hold, at least today. And the Chinese trying to be killed. Not today. This is now a counter-attack. So this is the A regiment of the 34th Division is here. And you can see that the Allied attack power is dropping by nearly 90% or even over 90%. So it's like, I don't know, they don't even try to attack, I think. The casualties are too low that this is a real attack, so I guess that most of this attack force simply refuse to attack and stay back in the camp. But this is the last dot base, and it was the turn. So again, nothing happens. My carriers are still on the hunt in the Southeast Pacific, but cannot find anything. And the rest is small skirmish stuff. Sure. Good. Air losses 1-1. Yeah, get arena for 0. My pilot is wounded. Oh no. But I can also show you maybe my reserve pool. You can see that. No more. So many pilots here. If I check my status overall, I think any. Ah yeah, here. I have 4 wounded pilots and they're all coming back in somewhere in this month. So okay. Was there a sinking sound? No. So there's no... Ah, okay. Because I take Townsville, there was a AM under production, super mini AM, and I blow it up. Because the game don't allow you to take over enemy ships. So there was a Chinese attack against my tanks. No, of course it's not working. There was a Chinese infantry attack against my regiment. It was not working. I mean, you can see there's not really anything. There was some disabled. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I still think that the combat report is also some kind of a fog of war, not 100%. Or whatever was there disabled is already after the battle back in action. Nothing else here in China to see. But you can see that the Chinese are already out of the hex and they are a little faster than I expected. They're walking here this direction. Luckily I have here 1 regiment on the highway. So I guess I still be faster in this hex than the Chinese out of the smaller road. And I can also bomb them. So the Allied was able to locate my I don't know which class was. Here's the detection. Yeah, this carrier task force get detected. Other ships are in port under Under small repair. I need one more day to get my carriers and scout cruiser fixed. But after this, I think I can go already. I have enough fuel here, so I can sail and cruise the seas of the Indian Ocean with maximum range. There was a small skirmish here, but I don't know what was dying. At least now one unit is now here. Yeah. HQ is coming. Combat engine is on the way. And this is the leftover units from the HQ. There was a little left in Ceylon, in Rangoon. So I bring it now a second load. The Dutch are destroyed here finally, but there's 2 more to kill. Small stuff. There's also some British stuff here. So I will try to find it and get it. You can see there's still the enemy. But you will soon find out. I must maybe try to remember. I reach the hex and then there's no enemy more. And then there's completely disappeared. Maybe they are dying just in the moment I enter the hex. I don't know. But he is also a Dutch unit. I must take care. But I'm a little occupied. So I want first take this one last dot base. Here is still a British dot base. So I will send my guy to pick up this one. And then I'm done. The only dot base I cannot conquer is this one because the game don't allow me to unload ships there. And here's maybe some small dot base. Anyway, so I took this dot base already the day before. West Coast, nothing else happened. I tried to catch the tanks, but you can see I walk 1 hex and I must stop, so I walk 1 more hex and so on. I also have the problem that I must walk here now this trail, and the allies can use the main road directly, so they are of course much faster. But at the same time I can walk on this other main road, so if I reach this hex then I will block their retreat. So I guess, and I have air power, so but I focus all my air power now on the tanks, because the tanks can escape in this direction. I guess these units are trapped anyway. Good. East Coast. Yeah, here was a battle. My Navy Guard unit is now still nearly intact. There's only 1 support guy is dead so far, but there's more. 50% is now nearly disabled. Luckily so far my tank guns, anti-tank guns are all ready for combat. And but the main issue, I have not enough supplies to really fight with full efficiency. I try to fly here supplies in, but I cannot fly so much supplies in this short period of time. I still have the issue of limited air capacity for operation. Level 3 is a little too little. 150 airplanes is running at maximum. But I just arrived with a task force and now I will unload, and you can see there's a lot of equipment coming. If this unloading is finished without any big strike, then my situation in the East Coast will improve over time. So the critical phase is now over. There was let's say this. I would think that the most critical phase is over. Now I have here much more firepower in 2-3 days. Towns will fall without a fight, or I take the resources in the light industry. Not too much, but Townsville is at the end for me the much more better port to ship out resources, because I also took this city and here are 400 resources. So that is really a bunch of resources. They will all flow to Townsville, and then I will send the big cargo ships from Townsville to maybe direct to Japan back, or to Truk, or we will see. Yeah. Not really, it's here to see. So my regiment is trying to find a way to this dot base, but I'm not so sure. I still must walk here one more small road, And then we will see. I can see, and it makes sense that the allies are moving back to the dot base. So more and more forces will arrive at the dot base. And I'm not so sure if my Navy Guard unit can hold much longer. So maybe 2 more battles, maximum 3, then it's over. There's no bonus in defense here. It was maybe a mistake that I not stopped here and try to hold this crossroad, because this will also stop all rail. And it is much easier to defend and reinforce for my side. But it was a rescue operation for the parachuters. But I arrived too late to save the parachuters. At the end, I not even need to save my parachuters because they are still alive. Of course, there's not much left, but over time they will rebuild. I'm also here low on supplies, so I cannot reinforce destroyed units or equipment. And then New Zealand guys, New Zealand, the Kiwis are still fighting here, tough in the woods, and my unit is getting tired, but I also get experience for this at least. And the last topic would be, you can see I split up my battleships. I had simply not more enough fuel to go more northeast. I could turn around with both units, or I can say I refuel my carriers. And this I did at the end. I give them all the fuel I could get out of the battleships and let them operate independently. Problem was only, I just realized this a little too late, that there was one of my battleships, some had no supplies, no fuel left, so it's now at 0. That is of course a little stupid. And the next issue is you cannot get any fuel to this unit. I still think it's a bug, but you cannot refuel, even if these destroyers have enough capacity. These destroyers can go 89 hex. I must reach my final, or the destination I want to reach is 30 hex away. So I would normally say, okay, then give enough fuel to this battleship, but it's really impossible. You can make it single battleship or whatever. I cannot transfer any fuel to this one battleship. That is stupid, because this one battleship will slow down the whole task force. So I will maybe split up the one battleship, give 2 destroyers, and the rest can go home. Yeah. And there's another bug with the game, but this I can explain later. I mean, you can call it bug, or you can call it feature, or you can call it a game rule, whatever you want. But anyway, my carriers are still on the way, and I try to come east of Hawaii, because I guess that there's always something between Hawaii and California shipping. So if I maybe come to this hex, I can maybe intercept here something. Maybe something meaningful, not only some cargo ships. See you next time, take care, bye bye.